What's good, y'all? I'm Jeff, and much like Bulma and Vegeta, this fight continues to bubble up. Alright, if you enjoy, please drop a like and sub, and here we go, episode 19, titled Betrayal. That alone gives you an idea of where things are headed, namely with Glorio, who's responsible for this wish. As guessed, it was for the kids to return to adult form. So, we know this is an episode Sean Schimmel's really looking forward to. Feels really good, actually, to have the crew back to normal, and all with their regular voice actors to boot. It's cinematic, and the ethereal music highlights the moment that Pansy shares with Dende. Nozawa continues to be in peak form too, such subtlety in her voice shift from Kid Goku to adult. That said, I was worried Goku would go through puberty and this whole series without getting Glorio's name right. Despite the return to form, Gomah's still boasting his new power, but I can't help but to pity him a bit, especially knowing they were in fact all nerfed as kids, according to Vegeta, who stepping in the ring is a crazy example of that. We all know he's typically not a finisher, the way Goku is, leading me to believe Vegeta's gotten in over his forehead. Also, it's a bit strange to go back to straight up fistfights after how flashy the last few episodes were. It's interesting to scale since they're both holding back, but base form Vegeta's holding his own against the same Gomah that was on par against SSJ4 Goku. Definitely shows you Gomah's wish was justified. While questioning Glorio, Aranzu sounds so disappointed, not even angry, really just betrayed. He feels backstabbed after apparently rescuing him from the third demon world. That seems to be the most impoverished of the demon world, so maybe this job Aranzu gave him was his way out of the mud. Now he's taken her kindness and paychecks for granted. Kinda funny to me having this dramatic confrontation with Vegeta and Gomah stealing just a bit of attention in the background. Glorio can't even formulate his thoughts before getting fired by Aranzu. I mean, it must be hard for him to tell the lady he betrayed that he cared about the Z-Fighters' well-being more than hers. He takes it graciously though, his conscience must be cleared. Aranzu's offered consolation and loyalty in Majin Ku, and to my surprise, no snarky remarks were made by her. Guessing she feels the sense of gratitude after losing one of her henchmen. Vegeta got back familiar with his adult body much quicker than the kid one. Always gotta appreciate how brutal his fighting style is too. Direct ki blast to the vitals is nasty. His "I'll show you" felt like the preface to Super Saiyan, and it's the first of many great looking transformation sequences this episode, including an adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, which I did not expect to see. Daima is the gift that keeps on giving. I wonder if this will mean even more to people than Kid Vegeta doing it.
That's what we've been waiting for!
Bro's tossing Gomah around like a ragdoll, but no hit feels climactic enough to be the finisher. Plus, the eye is more than a power boost, it restores stamina. Makes you wonder why it didn't ever occur to them to just attack it directly. Like, even if that's not the solution, it would have been my first thought. Back with the others, Glorio gets this homecoming moment with the Ballad of Jaka-Jan to make the moment even sweeter. For an 82-year-old lady, Pansy's got that childlike brightness. Must be validating for Glyro's decision. To me, it seems like he never thought Aranzu would make a quality king, and was likely acting out of a sense of obligation. Man, the biggest indication Daima's coming to an end was Goku getting Glorio's name right. Just such a wholesome interaction that really feels like it's bringing us full circle. Vegeta's out here getting tired and frustrated, but who wouldn't be? We have had several episodes devoted to fighting Gomah, and no fusion in sight. But this episode is more of a visual sight than the last one. So many fine details in the animation, such as Vegeta's face contorting as he screams, topped off with a beautiful beam struggle like the one he had with Goku in the first episode. This felt climactic enough to be the finisher. I mean, he made a whole crater. Now, I'm here wondering that saying about a crazy person repeating the same thing and hoping for different results. How many times is Jeets just gonna beat Gomah up before changing strategy? They are aware of the eye's boost, but could be letting it remain to enjoy a full power fight against Gomah, one that Piccolo doesn't think is the best use of their time. Nostalgic to watch Goku and Piccolo corroborate, reminds me of their sideline banters in Z. Aranzu's mulling over how to eject the eye, and she is much calmer about having her dreams thwarted than I would have imagined. I definitely pictured her laying into Glorio, who honestly got off pretty easy. Aranzu is not really an evil character then, just a power-hungry and possibly greedy one. She's also keeping Ku busy as an errand boy, requesting him to retrieve the Book of Magic Items. Really, I am not sure what Vegeta was thinking fighting himself to exhaustion. Seems like Daima didn't want to sacrifice Goku as the time killer, so they had Vegeta do it. Amazing how Ku's magic just makes him the best executive assistant. This grand display of flipping through pages just to find Aranzu's. Like, if there is no Dooku fusion, I applaud Ku getting relevant screen time where he can. According to Aranzu, they need to hit Gomah 3 times in the back of the head. Guess this is her change of heart moment, which is fine. Although it seems like something they could have come to the conclusion of on their own. Eventually, trial and error. As they scheme and Goku plots to move in, Supreme Kai's Vegeta would rather die than accept help. Dramatic and a bold statement to make about Bulma's man in front of her. Turns out Shen's not wrong though, since they do bicker about it, till Bulma busts out her busty trump card. I just screamed here, like how fast he zipped back. Instant transmission who? Of all Daima's lore drops, Vegeta's not been left out. A boob guy who enjoys tubby time with wifey. Goku steps up, and again the character modeling is great. Everything looks so sharp, especially opposed to the round childlike versions. Closest to the Z style of fights we've gotten, including the nod to Goku's Super Saiyan Ascension in front of Gomah like he did Fat Boo. Seeing these transformations in their adult bodies makes them feel fresh again. It stands out even more with the subtle way Nozawa lowers her voice. And her pipes are still strong. She absolutely showed off for the final transformation into adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Although I don't think this form in Daima actually has a name yet. It's too bad that Beast form's already taken by Gohan, since that would fit this wild look nicely. So with that, looks like things are wrapping up. This episode continues to feel like a fan fiction level gift from Toriyama. Daima continues to answer decades-long outstanding questions in a way that few series can. It also raises questions. Why didn't Goku use this transformation against Beerus? Or in the Tournament of Power? A common suggestion for this I see is that the Z-Fighters will have their memories wiped after this. To me, that'd be a lazy way to do it. I'd much rather the form just be confined to the demon realm. As far as transformations go, my only complaint is that I feel they lack the emotional weight other series gave them. The exception being Neba unlocking SSJ4 initially. Still, I miss the emotional pull that used to accompany a new form. That could come by way of Neba unlocking SSJ4 and Vegeta, who could fuse with Goku then. Still, I'd say this episode was visually appealing and story progressed enough to warrant an 8 out of 10.